I'd like to say some things about what's been going on in Minneapolis and several other places around the country. It's very unfortunate that the lady in Minneapolis was shot and killed. Anytime a life is lost, it's regretful and sad. But honestly, from what I have seen in all the videos, which is reality, is that she made a very bad choice for whatever reason, and she tried to run over an officer, and he shot her in self-defense and killed her. So, again, it's regrettable, but these ICE officers and all law enforcement agents need to protect themselves. Period. What's been going on in the country is astonishing and horrifying. I'm not talking about ICE, which is a law enforcement agency, okay? Going out and doing their jobs, and removing illegal aliens, illegal migrants, whatever you want to call them, people who came to this country illegally, okay? Constitution or laws and everything else makes that all very clear. So these people are in the country illegally, and ICE is doing their jobs, like Trump promised. And no matter how you feel about Donald Trump, half the country loathes him, half the country loves him. No matter how you feel about Donald Trump, he's following through on his promises. Okay, he's following through on his promises to secure the border, to make America more secure again. Okay. And ICE is doing their job. I understand about, how important immigration and immigrants are to this country. I understand that 100%. My grandparents were immigrants, all right? So I wouldn't be here. It doesn't matter what country they came from, okay? My grandparents came from Germany and Italy, okay? But it doesn't matter where you come from, okay? There's a process for coming to the country, right? So you have to get a visa, you have to apply for asylum, whatever the case may be. But you need to ask to come to this country, okay? You just don't sneak across the border, pay coyotes to get you across the border, or sneak across the border, whatever the case may be. That's illegal, okay? And ICE is just doing their fucking jobs. They're doing their fucking jobs, okay? And these people are being spat upon. They're being rocks thrown at them, snow shovels, trying to hit them with snow shovels, vehicles trying to run over them. That's all illegal. This is the United States of America. That's all illegal, all right? So this bullshit has to stop, okay? And these politicians like Waltz, and who's an idiot, and many, many others. The rhetoric they're throwing around is just inciting these people. They're inciting people to throw rocks at ICE, to throw incendiary devices at ICE, to to attack ICE illegally. And that's not helping anybody. That's not helping anybody. This is insurrection. Okay, it's insurrection, and it's got to stop. All right, for these socialist political ideals, that are going on in this country right now, it's absolutely absurd. And many of you didn't grow up in the Cold War, okay, but I remember hiding under my desk, okay. Drills were you hide under your desk and put your hands over your head in case of a nuclear attack. We used to do those drills all the time when I was in grammar school and primary school, as if that would help, because LA would be one of the first on the list, and we were probably 25 miles from downtown LA, so we would have been annihilated. So, hiding under the desk and putting our hands over our heads wouldn't have helped a bit. So, anyway, don't remember the Cold War. Don't remember socialism, communism, okay, which are basically very close on the continuum. This shit doesn't work, okay? Look at Venezuela, all right? Look at all these other so-called socialist countries, Sweden even, which is supposed to be this paradise. Oh yeah, it's a paradise, but the tax rate is 70%, okay? So the state takes all your money, all right? And in return, you get free health care and all that stuff. But it's all these social programs like Mundami is proposing in New York. It's absurd. It's absurd. It doesn't work. There's no socialist country or a communist country that has really been successful, with the exception of China. For example, Russia has not been very successful at all. But China is a foe, is a huge foe. North Korea is insignificant. Okay, Russia's insignificant, as we can see during this war against Ukraine. Okay, this small country of Ukraine has jumped up and protected themselves against this giant threat, Russia, Putin, okay? It's an embarrassment to Putin. It's an embarrassment to the Russian people, and I'm surprised that they can't see through what's going on. But anyway, might I digress. This bullshit needs to stop, okay? ICE is doing their job, okay? These officers are out there enduring all kinds of inhumanity, okay? Words, objects, you name it. They don't deserve that. Okay, I'm a retired military. I'm a disabled combat veteran. These are public servants. Okay, these are people that are sworn to, above all else, to protect the citizens of the United States of America. Okay, and they don't deserve the bullshit that the left, progressive, socialists, whatever the fuck you want to call them, they don't deserve the wrath of these, I hesitate to call them people. It's appalling what's happened in this country in the last few years. Trump derangement syndrome is probably a reasonable definition. Since you walked down that rode down that escalator and announced his candidacy, this country has gone berserk, and I don't understand why. I don't understand why. It's just a man, just a patriot who wants to make this country great again. Anyway, this bullshit in Minneapolis and Chicago and Portland and Seattle and Los Angeles and San Francisco and name your large American city, which are all I don't understand it, to be honest with you, but are all extremely liberal, socialist in many respects, as is Seattle now, as is I think the governor of Oregon is pretty much a socialist. I don't know if she's admitted it or not. Mayors. It's appalling that these people have control, and the majority of people in these cities and states actually vote for these morons. Look at California. Gavin Newsom has destroyed California. Okay, yeah, they got one of the largest economies in the world. Top 5 or 6, I think. But he's destroyed California. Los Angeles, San Francisco, San Diego are a fucking mess, with homelessness and, human shit on the sidewalks and the crimes that go along with it, et cetera, and not enforcing crime, and people can steal up to $1,000 worth of stuff and just walk away, and so on and so forth. It's amazing. I'm sorry. I'm very depressed, but it's not funny. It's not really funny. Okay. So I guess my laughter is out of his anxiety, okay? Because this shouldn't be happening in our country, All this stuff shouldn't be happening in our country. So get on board, America. Get on board, grow a brain, and do the right thing. And whether you agree with Donald Trump or not, or ICE or not, that's fine. But you can't break the law and expect nothing to happen. There are consequences for behavior. And when you behave badly, there are consequences. Okay, and unfortunately, a lady paid the ultimate price for those consequences. Okay, and that's sad. And so I'm sad for her. I'm sad for her family. I'm sad for the ICE agent who was assaulted by her and her deadly weapon, her car. And you know, I'm sad for the whole situation. So this is CT Big Al Sorrentino and the Al's Garage podcast. Thanks for listening.